I get a call earlier today. He's like, Jake, I see you on YouTube. I've got an auto detailing business down in Florida. I'm on a budget. I'm trying to do some marketing. It doesn't really matter what business you're in. This is going to work for almost any small local business. And if you're a professional local marketer, if you're out there helping businesses, this kind of stuff is going to help tremendously because you're going to be a real pro working with all different kinds of industries. Well, the truth is, sometimes you don't want to blanket everyone. A lot of businesses are in this position where they know that there's certain people or they have some kind of indicator that rules out a lot of other people. So yes, there is a way to target people specifically, and you probably won't believe the kind of power that you actually have. This dude in Florida who has an auto detailing business, he's trying to get more business, he's on a budget, and he sees these dirty, nasty, upscale cars. These are people with money. How do I get a postcard just to those people? You're going to see this. You're going to be like, oh my God. If you can figure this out for your business or for your clients, you're going to see these major, like, insane changes. I love businesses that are really, really small and have tight budgets because you have to think super clever, super lean. You got to make every single dollar count. I love that. By the way, I got a brand new background here. This is one I've been setting up little studios all over my office space here. I still got my old one that I love, but I'm like, I gotta have something bright and fresh. Everything else is so dark, but I like this. It's nice, right? I have my film there. I got photos I've taken. Freaking, it's beautiful. I love it. I don't care what you think. Maybe you don't like it. I don't care. But I care about you. That's what I care about. I care about your marketing. Auto detailing marketing, hustling, you're maybe making it work out of your own garage. That's how a lot of people start. I think probably most people in the auto detailing business start like that. And eventually you start to realize, okay, I'm seeing a lot of these type of people. Maybe it's soccer moms, maybe it's retired single ladies, maybe it's men that are ages, whatever. People that you specifically are making the most money off of or that are the easiest to deal with. In this case, I said, dude, let's think about who the people you want to reach are. And I'm like, are they a certain age? We figured 30 to 45. That's his typical person that's coming in. They live in a certain zip code, in a certain part of a zip code, and he gave me that area. If it can be male or female, doesn't matter. I said, what about kids? Are they going to have kids? He's like, actually, a lot of times they're coming in because the kids are destroying the cars. You could tell a light bulb went off. He's like, the kids, yeah. Are they homeowners, renters? In his case, didn't really matter. In some geographic regions, you've got to think about that. We just kept thinking about like who this person is, what kind of money do they make? And he's like, it's $80,000 or more probably. In order to have that kind of disposable money, we're probably talking $80,000 or more household income. Well, I'm not an expert in the auto detailing business. I would take a guess that incomes can actually be a little bit lower on that side because I feel like one of those things that even if you don't have disposable income, if you really care about your car and you're driving a really nice car and you're into your car, like you will spend the money on having it detailed. You and your business will have to look at the patterns that you're seeing and also what kind of person you're going to cater to. Do you want to kind of cater to the crowd that doesn't want to bother with, they just want to get on a routine like a contract and have this thing always sparkling clean and they don't want to deal with it? Or are you trying to get the people who just have a filthy car right now and they need it cleaned? You just got to think of that person. The more you can sit down and think, who is this audience that I want to reach? Who do I know needs this the most? And then how do I reach them? I'm like, dude, I can look this data up. Any competent marketer can actually look this stuff up. I'm on the phone with this guy. Freaking waste of my time. I'm just kidding, buddy. I don't mind. It is a waste of my time, but I don't care. I love talking with you guys. I love helping businesses out. I can't help it. I can't freaking help it. You can search by zip codes, a radius around an address if you just want to do a certain radius, or you can do polygons when you draw shapes around exactly where you want to pull people from. I'm just going to go with city, actually. I've never been to Florida. Everglades. I'm just going to pick some random place. I don't know, Davenport. I've heard of Davenport. And we're going to pick 30 to 45. That's what he felt was the typical person he's trying to reach. A 5-minute conversation turned these light bulbs on. So I'm hoping you as a business owner or you as a marketer are having this light bulb moment and like, oh crap, I should probably be thinking of who the person is that I want to reach. We're going 75,000 plus presence of children. We could do ages, but we're just going to do children present. So we know that they're stinking up that freaking car and putting all them little stains. You ever had the car seat and you take the car seat out and there's all this gunk and freaking disgusting stuff and the freaking those freaking things or whatever, the goldfish freaking crackers, the worst. So we have all this stuff that we can narrow stuff down. Working woman, presence of children, genders, racist freaking data. He just wants to really target these people with nice cars. So we have this basic narrowed down target, so he's not spending a bunch of money trying to reach everyone, making every dollar count. We can actually find vehicle years, and we could put, in his case, he wanted to do 2015 and up. I just said, what's maybe the oldest car that would be a good candidate? And he said, like, anything 2015 and up. If you watch this video 10 years from now, we'll be driving the freaking flying car. We can search by the makes. If he just wanted to target BMWs, he just wanted to target Lexus or whatever, and you could just group maybe the certain makes. Why is that important? Maybe we want to create a design piece that has those specific cars. Maybe you just want to send one out that has 4 or 5 luxury cars on it, so that when someone gets it, they're like, oh crap, I have one of these. This is for me. This is exactly what I was looking for. He does BMWs, or she does Lexuses or whatever. That's maybe why you want to pull that kind of data, but you didn't even know this stuff existed or how accessible it was. Because normally, this kind of stuff is only really available to like giant corporations. Those are the ones that are making all the money, making these little ATM machines. I'm trying to bring this to you. I'm trying to bring this down to the little guys here, so we can take advantage of it. We can also go by models. Pick your NSX. We want to find people with NSXs. We want people that are 30 to 45, making $75,000 a year or more. We want people that have kids because they stink up the cars and they write freaking things in the salt. If you live in an area with salt and your kids freaking mine writes Blippy on the freaking car every time. You're driving around and the car's got Blippy. You don't notice it because they go out to do the bus, to get on the bus, and they draw all over your car in the salt. And then you're driving around and you got fancy client stuff and you got Blippy written on the car. We're searching. Let's see what we got. Look at this. There's only 195. I don't even know what the population is. Let's look this up. Kind of a smallish city. We've located 195. You okay? Boba freaking tea. Okay, I gotta go finish this recording of the video. I see you. Love you. It's incredible when you start narrowing these things down, how few of them there are. Best thing is, you've got this so honed down, you can now make the artwork geared directly to that person. You can use images that will mesh with that person. You can use cars that mesh with that kind of person. So when they get the mail, it's not like a piece of junk mail. They're getting a piece of mail that's like just for them. It's hitting the right pain points, the frustrations that they're having, and here's your solution. And it's not costing you freaking much at all. We get so impressed with EDDM. We're like, yeah, we could send this to everyone. When we have to keep in mind, though, that it's going to everyone. Not everyone is a target. So EDDM, well, as great as it is, and it's cheap, consider these targeted mailings too, because you can print just a super small. You can hit me up. My contact information is below. Printingforsupercheap.com is my printing business. But you can email me, text me, call me, whatever. You want some quotes? I can print off small postcards like this size, this is 5x7. You can do 5x7, 6x9. You can do 6x11, 6.5x12. You can do these big boys and make these beautiful postcards and just mail them out to these lists. When it's a really tiny quantity, like under 250 or so, it's usually just best to put stamps on and print some address labels. Anyone can do that at home, or we can do it here as a service. Doesn't really matter either way. When you're talking more than 500 or 1,000, then we use bulk mail, and then we handle everything. You don't want to mess with that kind of stuff. But for something like this, 195 pieces, throw some stamps on there, send them out. You're going to have a very high percentage of return if you do it right, because the thing is so freaking targeted. This would be equivalent to sending out probably 30 times the amount. So because you're also covering this entire large area, probably have to send 10,000 or more EDDMs out just to reach these specific targets. So while the per piece cost is a little higher, you can go really small. You can go 4x6. These take a stamp. These take a postcard stamp, which are only 40. They're going to go up to 44 cents versus these at 64. There's a 20-cent difference. You can send the little cards out cheaper. They still do the job. Throw some labels on there. You throw some stamps. So how do you scale this up? Just open up the demographics, go to a larger area, lowering the income, just broadening these demographics so you get bigger and bigger numbers. It's better to mail multiple times to the same crowd than it is to just keep widening it. So usually you might want to bring it up to 1,000 people or something and just mail those same 1,000 people 5 times, and you're going to see increases in response rates. For as design, so you're probably wondering, okay, how do I design this? Just head over to canva.com. It's like the God's gift to design. Type in auto detailing, and look at this. You got all these templates. All of these free. Freaking free templates. All of this stuff is free. You can pull one of these up, get a beautifully designed template, make it to the size that you want. Hit me up. I'll give you all those specifics, quotes, and just swap out your information. Just put your information in there, your contact information, put the pain points and whatever speaks to that audience. Just having a targeted audience and getting your service to that audience is like 90% of the battle. The rest is just having it a good image, something that they can spot and see and say, oh yeah, this makes sense. I'm going to call this guy. Throw an incentive in there. And because you're not sending it to everyone, you can kind of be a little more loose with your incentives. You can be willing to invest more because you're not just sending it to everyone where you're going to get a bunch of coupon shoppers or something. You're sending it exactly to the people you want. You're building a little ATM machine. And something like the auto detailing business, a lot of times these are clients for life, or these are clients on a contract. You're seeing them multiple times. So one person can be worth quite a bit of money. Spending a couple bucks to just reach these people it really is priceless. Now that the big boy advertising is suddenly in your hands. I would also mention, get a Google business profile. Claim your profile on Google, optimize it, put your correct hours, what you're offering, the different services you have. Someone searches, you want yourself coming up in those search results when they look for auto detailing near me. And a super pro secret is just get reviews and be strategic about it. This will help you so much. Every time you're doing a job or finishing a project or whatever, interacting with a customer, right after you deliver the product and they're happy, ask them to leave a review. The best thing to do is review cards. They're about this size, like a business card. You give them that. It's got a QR code on it so they can scan and go right to the reviews, and you're going to be building up reviews. And once you've got even just a handful of reviews, you're going to see your results come up on Google searches when people search for whatever service it is near me, near you. It's going to come up with your business. You're going to see reviews. They get a postcard in the mail. It's just going to magnify that effects. To see you on the next video, you better subscribe to this channel. You better freaking subscribe because we got lots more niches to talk about. I'm going to make you a better marketer, getting bigger and bigger results.